Oh, this was good. Hater baby father, so she don't have a problem with saying fuck a nigga quick. Honestly, I like saying fuck a nigga quick.
I, now, looking into the camera, am done helping niggas fight their demons, okay?
Okay.
There have now been many situations where it's just been like, you're playing in my face, and so you gotta go.
You don't spit in the block?
I haven't.
Yeah.
You ever had one time where you let nobody spin the block?
Nope.
Ever?
Ever in my life.
Even if there was a fire?
Baby, I could be on fire. No.
Hey, that's dedication right there.
All right. Not you opening the...
My career about to blast like bubbly.
Oh my God.
I needed a reason to say that.
Anyways, welcome back to another episode of Bar to Bar, where we bring bars from your favorite songs to the bar and we discuss. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your host, Will.
Yes, sir. And we have a guest at the bar. Keke, do you love me? Are you riding?
Huh?
Yes, this is Keke. This is my really good friend. One of my besties. And she pulled up to the bar today. We got a good song to discuss. It's hot as in here because we took a shot. We should take another one, but I'm doing half a shot because, child, what a lime juice. I don't even drink lime juice with mine, but
I'm doing a full shot because it's been a week.
Period. You want your lime juice?
No.
Ooh,
I'm
she
going
said
full
no.
throttle today.
You need lime juice?
Nope. Nope.
said
Lime
no.
juice. We're going full. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it.
Uh-oh.
They gonna do it, gonna do it.
My coworker said we get in the race to win, not to run.
Period.
So,
Period. Race to win.
Thank you.
It's the fact that I don't even have my nose pulled up, y'all. I'm working off 2 hours of sleep. So let's just start with how y'all doing?
I'm wonderful.
I'm great.
I'm happy to be here.
Yay! Well, you guys know why I'm happy. I started a new job. Yay!
Manifestations
At its finest, honey.
Yes.
We're going to get into all that too for another episode. But just know I'm smiling for a reason and it ain't dick, so... It's money. So, we good.
Woo!
Will, you doing good?
I'm cool, man. I can't complain. I'm here. Ready to discuss this song. It's a good song, man. And I'm just excited, man. I'm always excited to be on Bar to Bar, though. You know what I mean?
Will, I feel like you're going to wear, what is that, Hawks? Wait, no, Falcons?
Come on, Tracy.
God.
I feel like you're going to wear a Falcons.
Thank you, Keke.
Yes.
Thank you, Keke.
She's a football fan, though.
And I am an Atlanta native, so then
both of y'all are.
Shout out. Where you from?
I'm from Decatur.
Decatur? Okay, I'm from Stone Mountain.
Okay. Close enough.
Right down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to wear a jersey every week now.
Maybe not every week,
season.
because I don't have one for every week, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to represent ATL to the fullest, always, whether the Braves, the Hawks, or the Falcons.
The Falcons are going to win this year.
Yep.
Okay, on another note.
Have faith.
Well, there's a lot of haters.
I mean, I don't watch football. I'm from Boston.
Yeah,
so you know how the Patriots get down, baby.
Patriots fan. Yeah.
I gotta be. I'm a Boston native. I mean,
F them.
Listen, I was born. No, what is it? Boston raised me. Atlanta pays me. I actually stole that. I was on set for a podcast and I heard that, so that's not mine.
At least you're honest.
Yes.
She'll be watching it like, now I know she was producing the show, but she had to steal my bars. Period. It's bar to bar. We steal them.
And we discuss them.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the song. The song we're doing this week is Diary by Wale featuring Marsha Ambrosius.
I think it's Ambrosia.
I think it's Ambrosia.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I could never really say it correctly, but this is one of my favorite songs of Wale. I remember when I first discovered it. This was like around college days. Love this song to death. Let's go ahead and start with our first segment, What You Pouring. So this is segment, sorry y'all, this is where if the song was a liquor, what would it be?
Okay.
Yeah. So, we all listen to the song. And of course, comment down below if you're able to. When you're watching this, what do you think
This song would be?
What do you think?
And it don't have to necessarily be liquor.
It could be a cocktail too.
Cocktail, mocktail.
Will, do you have one?
This song is real smooth to me. I mean, all of Wale's songs are real smooth. He sounds like a poet riding the wave of a beat. And it's just so fluent and smooth every single time he jumps on, especially this song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely go with something smooth. So I'm gonna say like a smooth cognac for me.
Okay. I said the same thing. I said Duce or Woodford Reserve because it's like wisdom.
Hey, this is why we're co-hosts.
It's like a wisdom.
Definitely.
Maybe an old fashioned.
Yep.
But I feel like old fashions, they be on demon time still. They just trying to seem classy.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, speaking of old fashioned, this is random. I made my first old fashioned the other day.
You made it?
Yes, I did.
I'm proud of you.
And,
Good job.
The dude liked it. He was like, "This is really good." I said,
How you make an old fashioned, Will?
We're not gonna talk about it, okay?
It gives me like sitting there in your house, maybe sipping like 1738 on a rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remy. Okay.
Yeah. Or if you're like a woman, maybe I would, for me, when I was listening to the song, because when she sent it to me, it was my first time listening to it. I was like, I probably would sit in my bed and listen to this with a good glass of red wine too. Like
that part.
I thought about that as well.
Yeah.
Thought about
a good glass of red wine. Like
I just don't drink red.
Oh, I love red wine.
I like white wine. I'm gonna be a baby forever.
No. Dry, bitter, 14%, get you where you gotta go.
I go
straight up.
Yeah.
It is.
I gotta sleep.
It.
She bartender like, how we do.
Gotta get to where you're going.
All right, so the next segment we have is Check Some ID. So this is when we check the timestamp of the song when the song dropped. And so we usually try to guess it. I'm really good at this game. Will is not. So Check Some ID. What year do you think the song came out?
I don't know. You said college. So how old were we?
Gave you a hint.
You did. How old was I when I was in college? What, maybe like 2000? How old was I? 11?
That's your guess?
10? 2010? Yeah.
What's your guess?
2012. Final answer. Don't ask for the war.
2009.
Oh, okay. Okay. We were in the
sophomore.
Yeah.
Sophomore year.
Yeah.
And it was the year of I was going into sophomore year and I loved it. So yeah, it's off the Attention Deficit album.
Okay.
I really suck at this.
You do. But it's okay. It's all right.
We're kind of close.
Nah, I don't
ever be
close. Man, please.
Anyways, we'll take a shot for you. Let's take a shot for Will's poor performance.
It's okay.
Like the fuck.
Cheers.
Like the who? I'm not cheersing to that.
Not like the Falcons are gonna do their thing this year.
They are.
All right, I'm gonna have you to lead the Falcons alone.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Ooh. All right. Yep. That one was.
All right. I'll be doing drinks moving forward. All right. Let's get into our next one. This is Bar to Bar, where we obviously break down these bars.
Yep.
All right. So the first bar I have. Oh, these bars were so good. I was I have to do this song. And I was like, oh, Keke would be perfect for this.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one I got is Heart Made of Stone, Far Away from Home, Black Woman, You Cold. Every problem that you ever had with another man, I gotta face. Ooh, that part, I was like, what you mean? Why you calling me out?
Yeah.
I just kind of feel like with that one, so when I do these bars, I really like to relate it to me because I don't like pointing the finger. But I will say, for me, I don't necessarily always bring my issues in the relationship from past relationships. Sometimes it happens and it's that's like sneaky. I don't like blatantly do it. So I will say I've heard stories of, girlfriends that just literally, they take it. Like, it's like they make it a mission to take those problems they had with another man and bring it to their new situation. And it's so crazy because in the beginning of this, Wale says, he's like talking and he was like, if I approach you, you're going to think I'm trying to holler at you, and I am, but you probably couldn't even hear that anyway. Like, it's crazy how you can just bring your stuff upon arrival. And I'm kind of there right now. How you feel about it?
I think that's a thing. Like, because us as, not even just women, but people, we go through so much. And, I always tell you, whatever you go through leaves an imprint on you.
Yeah.
And it's not intentional because we think when we, quote unquote, heal that, we're just over it. No, that stuff always, like, keeps showing up. And we're not intentionally trying to take it out on y'all.
Right.
But it's like, that nigga did something crazy. Like, how do I know that you not, and then you do something and it's not, you did the same thing, but you triggered something in us.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like, yeah, you kind of are suffering, but it's like, it's also self-preservation for us. Like,
it is.
Yeah. So it's like and it's like, I don't think people do it intentionally, but it's also like, I got to protect myself.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I have another bar, I kind of touched on that. But well, I wanted to know, like, upon arrival, when you try to holler at the shouties.
Shouters.
If you try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do you?
Huh?
Well, when you were.
When I was?
Yeah.
Like, outside.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just always working.
Yes.
Like, literally. But when you was outside and you was hollering at the little shouties, like, how did that situation, like, how did it go? Were you able to tell who was closed off and who wasn't? Like,
you can never really tell until you actually try to have a conversation with somebody. And then, like, when you try to have a conversation with somebody and they're really like, I feel like if they're short with the conversation, they're really trying to be blocked off because they're like, I don't really know you like that. So it's like, in my mind, why did you even give out your number?
So you get to the point where they give out the number.
Yeah, you can give out the number and you try to have a conversation and they're short. It's like, what's the point?
Have you ever got to, like, let me see. Have you ever gotten to the point where, actually not even to the point, when you're trying to approach somebody and, like, upon arrival, it's like, leave me alone. Ain't trying to hear it.
No, because me personally, I like to read people. I like to at least try to read people. And if I was to try to approach somebody, especially, you know, when I was into, you know, doing stuff like that, if I could tell that you have an attitude already, or, you know what I'm saying, if I could tell the look on your face and all that shit, nah, I ain't even gonna
But some of us have resting bitch face.
And I don't approach anybody. I don't approach anybody with RBF.
We have a friend, I don't know if I should say, we have a friend who has RBF.
We have a couple friends that have RBF.
Oh, yeah.
But with that, it's like sometimes it's just better to be friends with people.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, if you become their friend, it's not necessarily so that you could gain an advantage, so that you can try to talk to them, but it's just more so to soften that wall that is there.
Got it.
Because if you soften that wall, you can then move forward with caution as to not trigger or step on any broken eggshells, you know what I'm saying, that's in there. You want to be careful. You know what I'm saying?
It's so crazy. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's crazy that you're saying you want to be careful and, you know, but we're also being crazy. So everybody just walking on eggshells.
Everybody walking on eggshells. Everybody's trying to be careful. She's not trying to come off as crazy, but at the same time, she's trying to protect herself. You're trying to move forward, but you can't really move forward because she's still holding back. And like he said, every problem you ever had with another man, I gotta face. So it's like, okay, how can I show that I'm different?
Yeah.
But you can't really show it. You gotta just do it. But at the same time, when you try to do it, it's like, oh, he did that too. He did that.
Ooh, that goes into my next bar. So my next one is tried them, didn't work, got impossible standards. Nothing I'm gonna do is gonna work. Diary of a Black Girl. And that ties into where he says, listen to your friend, get another man, then repeat. You're just doing the same shit over and over and over. You know what I mean? And it's like you're trying them, didn't work, got impossible. It's like, where does the cycle end, baby girl?
The cycle, I feel like the cycle ends when you're like, okay, I need to give this person a real shot.
But how often does it come by? Like, that's not an easy thing for women.
And for women or men, I'm about to say, or men too, because men hold on to a lot of shit that's happened to them from the past.
Oh, hell yeah. Y'all be getting hurt in the 6th grade and won't let it go.
But the thing,
hey, you know, it's crazy. We had that. I'm sorry. We had that conversation before. Remember when we talked about the the girl
and I'm gonna remind you again because you a man and you was holding on to shit from elementary school.
But it was from elementary school. That's crazy.
Go ahead, King.
But I just feel like men don't deal with things. And I think, okay, so Tracy knows, I'm studying to be a therapist, right? So I have these conversations and then I have all these male friends. But y'all don't deal with stuff. Y'all are like, it is what it is. She cheated on me 7 times, whatever. I'm just gonna move on. But that's really, it's not realistic.
Right.
Like, And so for y'all are like harboring all this stuff. And then y'all go out here and start hurting other people and all this other shit because you didn't deal with your shit. And now we're like back at square one. So you done hurt me because baby girl hurt you in 5th grade.
Violence, baby.
And, right. And you done hurt me. And then I done turned into a savage and I'm hurt. And I go hurt the next man. And he go back. Like, it's like a cycle. Like,
too much.
Yeah. Like, y'all don't deal with y'all stuff.
Okay, so a lot of men don't deal with this shit. I, for one, when I had certain situations that took place for me, like when I was married and everything that happened in my marriage, I dealt with depression, I dealt with anxiety, I dealt with a lot of shit. And if anybody that's been watching Bar to Bar from the beginning, y'all know all this stuff. I did go to counseling. And Pastor Will tells everybody to go to counseling because there's nothing wrong with it.
Say it again.
There's nothing wrong with
Tell
it.
them
Go to counseling, brothers.
Thank you.
I need to go back.
Counseling.
I haven't been in a minute.
There's nothing wrong with counseling. And I will say that sometimes it is hard because you feel like as a man that you're being judged for speaking your mind on how you feel and your feelings and getting in, feeling on how your feelings and all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with it. You got to speak up. You got to speak up.
And speak loudly and speak honestly.
Yes.
And like, that's one thing. It's so crazy because when I was going to counseling, I promise you, before every single session, no matter how great the session ended up when I left, I would always be driving there like, I could figure this out on my own. Like, I'm really about to waste this lady time. Like, it's really not even that deep. I'll be in there like, and then
every time.
And then like after the fact, I'll be like, I would have never thought of it that way. Like, it is so important. They'll ask you questions, depending on your counselor, but they'll ask you questions that you may not think of. Like, yeah, I could get through it, but it's just a Band-Aid for the day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, have that alcohol in there because it's going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? To help heal that wound over time. It's not like a quick fix. But I'll be in there boo-hooing. I remember my first session, y'all, real quick. Literally, I got to the office. We introduced ourselves. We get in the room. She's like, all right, so what brings you in? Tears. Nothing else. I promise you, I probably cried for a solid 3 minutes straight before I could open my mouth. She just handed me the tissue.
But you know what that shows right there? That shows that you was like, okay, I can let go now. And I can finally say, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can that was that relief cry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I was at a point where I had no other choice.
Right.
Whether I wanted to go or not, I made myself, no matter how much the dialogue in my mind was like, I could just turn back, I'll just cancel, I needed it. I had no other choice. Where I was, this was 2018 when I first started going, where I was just so fragile, anything could have broke me. Like, if I didn't go, it was so pivotal, I needed it.
And that's great. And sometimes you got to realize that on your own. And that unbiased opinion is so important.
Yes.
I be trying to tell folks that unbiased opinion is like you said, she gave you tools that you didn't even know was a tool. Whereas you go talk to your homegirl gonna be in your ear like, fuck that nigga. Or your homeboy gonna be in your ear like, fuck that bitch. There's other bitches out here. There's other niggas out here type shit. Like, no, heal. Then go talk to the other people.
Key, because you're studying to be a therapist, what are some of the tools that, or like, you can name one or two, but yeah, some of the tools that in this situation of this particular Black girl, Wale is talking about, what would be like some of the tools you would tell her in order to help unpack all of that load that she's just lugging around? You know what I mean?
I think the first is self-awareness. Like,
Facts.
becoming very self-aware of where you are.
Right.
And I think, we can attest to this because we have those conversations. Just about being very self-aware of where you are right now. Like, am I hurting? Am I, quote unquote, hurt or damaged? Whatever where am I right now? Because if you don't know, like, how can you even begin to unpack it? And then it's really just like, after that, what do I want the next phase of my life to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Because how can you go anywhere if you don't know what you want it to look like?
Mm-hmm.
And so I am very big on, like, when I talk to people, where are you now and where do you want to go?
Right.
Where do you even want to be in a relationship? Do you want to be married? Do you want to go, like, what do you want it to look like? Because if you don't want to be wherever, then okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to give love or relationships another shot, then we got to do the work.
Right.
So I think first is self-awareness. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've become in the last year or two is, like, very self-aware. Like, people can tell me about myself, but I know about myself. So I know where I am, what I want. And it's a continuous process, but just becoming self-aware first.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where many people struggle is, like, they're not honest with themselves. So you can't be honest with the next person if you're not honest with yourself. So...
And it's so crazy because a lot of that it's common sense, but it's not common sense. You know what I mean? Like, it should, or should I say, it should be common sense.
It should be common
sense. It should be common as fuck, but it is so far few in between, so rare to think of it. And sometimes I am, not a victim, but I fall guilty to that. You know what I mean? Because life be life, and girl.
Every day.
And it's so crazy because I'm single. And little things will still trigger me. Like, out of nowhere. And I'm like, I'm finna be single for another 5 years. I'm good. And it'll be stuff I'm seeing, not even in a real in-live interaction. I'm watching Love is Blind right now. But I know I'm late. But, baby, I'll be like, I cannot. Wait, what? No, can't do it.
But that's just that imprint of whatever happened to you being there. But I think, like, people think, like, healing is, it doesn't affect me anymore. But I think healing is more so it affects me, but I know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I see stuff every day and I'm like, ooh, like, even when I'm at work, like, look at that cheating ass nigga. That's probably what my nigga was doing.
Like, oh my God.
Cheating ass nigga out here. Nigga about 10 different girls at this bar.
Hey, y'all, PTSD is real.
For real.
I'm telling you.
I be at the bar like, oh, you cheating ass nigga. I know my nigga was doing that, bringing that girl.
Baby, and you don't got to go to the army to get no damn PTSD.
To bringing her to the dark corner at the bar.
Yeah,
you know
and your bartender like, that's the 5th girl you done brought here this week. That's me.
I definitely was one of the 5 girls was brought to a bar, baby.
Okay, if he's bringing another female in, yeah, y'all playing that game. Cool. Now you see a chick that's brought another nigga in.
9 times out of 10, she's not spending the money. So
I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying though, y'all not trying to.
We probably 9 times. She living her best life. Yes, sis.
Do your thing, 21.
The double standard.
It's crazy.
Do your thing, 21.
Because we like, yes, sis, live your best life.
Yeah.
But when it's like, nasty ass nigga.
Like, y'all are wild.
I mean, you could be a nasty ass nigga.
We don't know.
I'm finna get the money off of you anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, the point is, we don't even give a fuck. We just want the money anyway. That's it.
That's it. When
That's
you're
true.
behind the bar.
And the guys be trying to impress him because it's a new chick on his arm.
Yeah.
And he knows that, I know the bartenders. Oh, yeah, I know. You know, it make it seem like,
hey,
what's
going
up?
on? How you been?
Oh, you want your normal? You want your usual?
Right.
Okay, I got you. Hey, girl, what you want?
He be sitting there telling her, I be here all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get all the time. What you want? They got you. Don't even worry about it.
Feeling elite.
Right.
Okay. Let's go into the next bar I have. What I did, this was one of the ones that I really liked. So it was like, Queen, you deserve the title, but she rejects what I give. And then there's on the other pre-hook, he says, wife, you deserve the label, but you've been hurt. But you've been hurt before, so you soar and don't feel you able. The title of Queen is one, now.
Played out.
It's a trigger. It's not what it used to be. When Wale released this in 2009, if you called me Queen, it's like, ooh, Queen? Yeah. Nowadays, don't call me Queen. I'm gonna tell you how I got burned by that Queen. Baby. And it wasn't a direct burn, but it was a burn to like 4 of us at a time. He knocked out 4 of us one time. So it was me and my friends, we went to New Orleans, 2019, Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. My friend, he brought his friend, we'll call him Oh, baby, he cheat liquor. He can't even be Duce. I was going to say Duce.
Oh, no. Call
Paul
him
Masson, baby.
Paul Mason.
We'll call him Paul Masson. Hey.
He didn't get the Masson. Call him Paul Mason.
I've never met a man so cheap in my life. It was disgusting. And he was like, hey, queen. And he was queening us all fucking trip long. So I remember the last day, we all went to go get food. This is when I was still eating meat. We went to this place that is like, I guess it's famous in New Orleans, and you get like chicken wings, da-da-da-da. So we got our chicken wings or whatever, and he didn't get nothing. And his boy was like, you sure? We won't be on the road for 5 hours, so we might stop, get a little something, but this the shit right here. This is New Orleans, we leaving. He was like, nah, I'm good. Why we get in our car? Or we had rented a van. Why we get in our van? This man is like, hey, if each of y'all, and talk about 4 women.
Oh, no.
If each of y'all give me one of y'all wings, I could damn near have a plate. But he was so dead ass. He was like, queen, you don't even want to share it? We were like, baby, stop queening us. Baby, you was not a king, Parmesan. Like, what? I was like, I ain't never seen nobody like this in my life.
That nigga was
So I've been scarred by the word queen, the way he played that word out, and then moving forward, just seeing the trend of it not being held at the standard it should be. It's like a manipulation tactic calling women queen now.
Yeah. I agree.
I hate
agree.
the word.
That's funny as fuck. I ain't no cat to you.
It's
ghetto. Boy said, everybody give me a wing, please.
Everybody, yeah.
To the women.
And I felt like when you was telling that story, I felt like it was gonna come to that. Everybody give me a wing.
Everybody give me one wing.
Baby. Nigga.
That's insane.
You if you gonna be starved, you better starve silently. Don't be asking these queens.
It was no shame.
I mean, because if you couldn't afford it, that's fine. None of us was gonna look at you crazy. Just be like, hey, I'm kind of short on money right now. His boy, we all would have been like, oh, we got you.
Yeah, we would have bought you. You were better off asking us.
Right. We would have been like, oh.
My food.
Sometimes honesty goes a long way when it comes to things like that. Especially when it comes to something like that. Like, look, man, I ain't got the money for it. Like, but at the same time, though, why you on the trip if you ain't got the money for it?
That part.
On the flip side, with the word wife, when he says wife, you deserve the label. I want to get married. And not just because I'm Mary. It's just like, I do believe that I feel like I'm made for marriage in a sense of I am okay doing the work for it.
Right.
Like I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it secondhand. What the work entails, those compromises, those sacrifices, those cohesion, experiences, all that. And I'm like, I can do that if I got the right partner. Like, we up, you know what I mean? But when you're so damaged, like what the girl that Wale is referring to in Diary, it's like, because I remember, I'll say it like this. I remember a point where I was so damaged, like the girl in Diary. And the thought of wife was like, I mean, I would love to get married, but what does that even... Yeah. Super far-fetched. What does that... How can I even get there? When we're in our 20s, we're thinking, oh my God, I should be married. And okay, by 30, for sure. Baby, if I was married at 30, divorced the next day.
Yeah.
The next day.
Listen, marriage is cool and all, but make sure you do it right. That's all I'm saying, bro.
But there's no right or wrong answer. It's about doing it right with
I'm saying doing
what
it
you
the right
have.
way. Exactly.
know?
With the right person, the right way. You know what I'm saying? But there's right ways for different people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's right ways for different people.
I guess I attest to that because I witnessed so many people. Like, I've had guys that I've known that have gotten married. Like, oh, I've been with her for X amount of years. I might as well do it.
Right.
Not because I just love her and
it's because,
I want to do a partnership with her. It's, dang, I done been with her for this many years. She keep asking me for a ring. Let me go ahead and lock this in. Like, that's insane.
That's the
crazy
way to do it.
Don't marry me out of sympathy. Like, that's crazy. Don't do that.
Because all you gonna do is end up, all you doing is letting the government get involved in your shit for no reason. Yeah. If you're not really ready, if you don't really want to marry the person, don't do it. That's it.
Yeah.
I agree. It's like, I don't want to be your retirement plan.
Yeah.
Like, baby, I am not no boring ass retirement. I guess I'll just settle with her. Baby, I am not a 401k. Baby, don't play with me.
And another thing
I'm
is...
the millions in the savings, baby. And I said millions. That's plural.
And another thing is wife as a label. I don't really like labels. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like that.
As a label.
No, listen. I actually don't like the fact that you don't like labels, because everything is labeled, bro.
I understand that everything's labeled, but I don't think that those things should be labels or titles or something like that.
They should.
No, I don't think so. I feel like you're married to this person, that's your wife, but that's not her label. That's just who she is.
But I mean, I get that. But at the same time, labels are... See, men try to hide from, I don't like labels. Why we gotta put a title on things?
No, I don't mean it. I don't mean it to not claim that person. I'm saying how it's put is...
He's saying like that's not defining her.
Yeah, like...
for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like just because she's a wife doesn't mean my wife... doesn't mean that she's labeled as my wife. No, she's my other half. She's my partner in crime. She's so on and so forth.
Right.
Not the label above her head.
But that's for you and your partner to define on your own. Because listen, if somebody come to me and they're like, oh, this is my wife or this is my husband, I don't know what y'all got going on. So as a human being, I have to put you in a certain
category or compartment. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't like when people are like, I don't like titles and this, that, and the third, because it's like, I get that. But what you're doing is running away from commitment and committing to something. Because imagine going to work and your employer was like, I don't really like titles. So when people asking you what you do, you don't even know your position. Well, that don't make sense.
I agree. But I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're absolutely right. The commitment wise and the like you said, if you're comparing it to work, if you're a general manager, well now you're no longer a general manager. You're just an employee because
but you gotta do everything.
But are you an employee because he don't like titles?
Right.
So I don't even know if I work there, baby.
I wasn't trying to say it like
so
that.
then he don't have to pay you because just like with situationships, you're not my girl, I don't have to take you out.
Right.
So if it's like I'm an employee, or I mean I'm not an employee, you don't like labels, do you have to pay me?
Right. No, I agree. I was looking at it from an in the relationship standpoint.
Yeah.
But outside, yes, you're absolutely right. I agree with you on that one. Yes, you know what I'm saying? You can't be running away from commitment when it comes to that. Yes.
I feel that. Okay.
We're on the same page, kind of, sort of, in the sense.
Anyways, let's move on to the next bar. I got several bars now. Let me make this quick so we can move on to the other segments. This was good. Hater baby father, so she don't have a problem with saying fuck a nigga quick. Let me tell you something. I done said fuck a nigga too many times, okay? And that's a defense mechanism. That was the bar I was referring to. But honestly, I like saying fuck a nigga quick. Drops mic.
I now looking into the camera. Am done helping niggas fight they demons, okay?
Okay, fuck a nigga quick.
Done. Over it, done. Stick a fork in it, done.
Right.
Done. Because, no. Get the fuck on.
Respectfully.
Respectfully
and sometimes disrespectfully, because y'all be so disrespectful.
I am very because I am the I get real disrespectful.
Okay.
But I am very much now in a space I don't like this, you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel the need to explain myself anymore, whereas I went through this process of trying to help a man and save a man and I see so much
fuck your potential.
Yes. No.
Fuck that potential, baby. Bye. If it ain't the real thing, figure it out on your own.
On the flip side, though, I do pray. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if there is a situation where God feels like he needs me to help or move on somebody's behalf, then I will do that.
Mm-hmm.
But there have now been many situations where it's just been like, you're playing in my face, and so you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are situations where there are genuine men out there that are trying and they're learning. And so if you don't know any better, you can't do any better.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I'm not going to necessarily take you under my wing, but I am going to tell you about yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be patient and honest. And empathetic, and then I'll tell you, but outside of that, some niggas are really insufferable and you gotta go. So I don't feel the need to be like, well, this is what you did to me. I had a nigga hit me up like, can I get you back? Absolutely the fuck not. Like,
you don't spend on the block.
I would rather get ran over by a car accident.
Okay.
She ain't spend on the block. She rather get ran over by the block that's being spent.
I did a podcast recently. I am not a spin the block type of girl. Because I've given you, in that time frame that you had, enough chances. I'm pretty sure that I have.
Ample opportunity.
Yeah.
Always do.
So, when
you're done, you're done.
Yes. Yeah. And I can smile at you and hug you and be friendly with you, but you can't come back over here.
Right.
Like,
and
no.
Stay your ass on the other side of the street.
Whatever side you chose,
stay over.
Hey, but you can't come back over here.
Grass ain't greener. That's your fault.
Yeah. I can't really name a time. Maybe one.
I mean, I think
but that was
like had the one time.
I haven't.
Yeah.
You ever had the one time where you let nobody spin the block?
Nope.
Ever
in my life.
Even if there was a fire.
Even if there was a fire. Baby, I could be on fire. No.
Hey, that's dedication right there.
But, no. Well, I don't even think it's spinning a block. He never just like actually went anywhere. It was kind of like we met, we were talking, we had like a conflict of interest.
Right.
And then he got a girlfriend, I got a boyfriend. We were still in communication.
Okay.
It was just like that conflict of interest stopped us.
So I wouldn't classify that as spinning the block. I would think more spinning the block is more so like
once
y'all tried it, and then you was like, nah, fuck you type shit, and y'all was on the same page with that. Then later on he comes back, and then you like, okay, we could try again. That's spinning the block. But then, what you're saying is not spinning the block.
I will say I've thought about it, and like literally, it was only 2 times where I actually considered.
We've talked about
but
it. Yeah.
I just couldn't. One, I feel like God intervened with one of them. And then 2, it was just the circumstances was like, why wouldn't he cheat on me again? Due to where we're at right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't living in the same city.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, I ain't doing it. I don't give a fuck how much you grown. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I had to just assess that. But other than that, I'm good. Y'all, no, thank you. All right, let's move on to the last few bars. We could just touch on these real quick. So, at the end, he does the poetry part, which is really dope. And so one of them, it's like, he says, it's like the dark woman endures the darkest nights by the wrong man. And see, mostly all of them have made you somewhat incapable of a first impression. We were talking about that first. I never heard it worded like that till this song. You're incapable of a first impression. That's crazy. When you think of somebody that's so hurt that you're incapable of a first impression. When I think of that, I actually think of, you ever seen like abandoned dogs that like are like, or maybe they were abused. So when the new caretaker comes, they might find them on the street and they're incapable of that first impression because all they can think about is being abused by their previous owner.
So they're very scared.
I mean, not to compare women to dogs or anything, but
it's a good example.
That's a great example.
Right.
Good example.
That was the first thing that came to mind, and I just think that was super wild. Another one is, I'll say this one. So anyone presented in her presence endures these life sentences, no key for release. A few double entendres in there. So diary sentences. These people endure life sentences because she's writing all this shit in her diary. Right. And it's like a life sentence of her just being fucking trapped in her mind. And there's no key for a release. We love a good double entendre. Yeah, this one's kind of like a triple.
But that's a bunch of them in there. We love bringing those up. But that shit right there, like.
Have you ever, as a guy though, but like felt like, doing some time. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
To your own baggage, to your own stuff.
My own, yes.
Yeah.
Shit. Life right now. Sometimes I feel like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Where am I going? What am I trying to do? What is next for Will? You know what I'm saying? Thanks. What is next? And I be in my head so goddamn much.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I be wanting to express how I feel, but I don't know how sometimes. And it's not that I don't have anybody to express it to, so I don't want that to be misconstrued. It's just I don't know how to express it because me as a man, I want to have everything under control. I want to have everything lined up, and I feel like everything should be like that, straightforward. But it's not. It's not that easy.
But it's
you got
crazy.
all types of bumps, all types of fucking curves.
But that's life, baby.
And you are absolutely right. That is life. There's some people that get the straight shot. There's some people that have to go around the world before they finally touch down on that one spot that's meant for them.
Let me tell you something really quick. I had such a full circle moment yesterday. So, where I work now, I have to take the same route I used to take when I used to work retail, and I hated my job. So when I was driving back late last night, like 10, or not late, it's late to me now, but 10 o'clock from the studio, I was like, wow, I was at the red light and I looked, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember taking this route and I used to hate taking this route. It's so full circle because now I literally just left work and it didn't even feel like work. I love my fucking job, bro.
That is amazing.
Full circle. But I bring that up from what you said. Like you said, some people have to go through so much to figure out what. I would have never thought this is the industry I'd be in. Like I knew I wanted to be. I knew I was a creative.
Right.
Always.
Very creative.
I'm still allowed to be a creative in this field, but I didn't know that I'd have to take all of that to get here.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it was hella bumps, hella all this shit, but that's just life. And I think women are better at understanding that. Because as a man, it feels like, no, I got to provide. I got to be the rock. I can't fumble.
Yes.
But it's like, yes you can.
But it's just...
you just got to learn from them all.
You have to learn from them all. But to go off of that, it's just like, you're looked at as the leader. You know what I'm saying? You're looked at as the head of the household. You're looked at as the person that is supposed to provide.
Yeah.
So if you fall short just a tad bit.
But that's not true.
I know it's not true, but as a man, you feel like you fall short. Oh shit, my lady gonna judge me. My lady gonna look at me this way because I fell short. Not saying that all women are like that. I know all women are like that. I know it's not always like that because you got some women out there that'll be like, if you fall short, that's where I'm here for.
Yeah.
And that's true. That's very much so true. But I'm just saying that a lot of men are the way they are when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, busting their ass and shit like that because they're scared of failing their families.
Yeah.
I think, well, Tracy can, because you know, this is so crazy. This conversation right now. Insane. But I try to, not just my boo, but the men around me, like, you don't have to have it all together. It's unrealistic because we are all going to come in and at some point in time, we're all going to fall short. And I think that's the beauty of having a partner.
Yeah.
Is because when you are falling short and I'm falling short, we have to figure out how much. Because you might not can't get 50 and I can't get 50. We might can only be at 60% today. But we got to figure out how to make that 60% work for us. And so I try to pour into the males around me as well as the person that I'm dating that you don't have to have it all together, but you have to be transparent that you don't have it all together. Right. So then we can figure out how to make this work for us. Yeah. And I hate that you, as a man and other men, feel like I have to have it all together before I can experience all of the good things that life has to offer. Because I feel like y'all feel like that. Like, oh, I shouldn't have a girlfriend or a wife or this before I get my life together. And I understand that. But when you meet the right person, like if you talk to some of the richest men in the world, I made the most money when I met my girlfriend or my wife or whoever. So when you meet the right person and y'all have your tools and you put your heads together because two heads is better than one, then, hey, we about to take this shit over. Like, we about to rock some shit out. Yeah. So I just hate that men feel like I got to have all my ducks in a row before I can be in a relationship, before I can commit, before I can do this, because if not, then I'm going to be a failure. I'm not going to be a good provider. But
it's crazy because I actually feel that way.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until this new job that I actually was like, oh, if I meet somebody, I can say my title. And I was like, damn, I need to go back there because why does this title define me so much? I just got it. Like, But I also understand that it's not even that I just got it. Now that I think about it, it's how I was moving this whole year, basically. And actually this whole year and a half or so, because I've been single for about that much time. And one of the things I always felt insecure about is, where I'm at in my life right now. So it isn't just men. I do know that I'm better at understanding that it's not that. But I also know that that's not the only factor that's like, nah, you should just take time for yourself. But that was a factor. And it wasn't until recently I was like, if I meet somebody, I was saying that, but now for sure, I'm like, yeah, I'm this now. So yeah. But then I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, sis, like you can't let that define you. It should have been that regardless, because you have value regardless.
Yeah.
For sure. So our next segment is 86. This is where it's, what 86 is. You're a bartender. So it's basically, for those who don't know, it's if you're in hospitality and you need to eliminate an item off of the menu, you would say 86, the item. So 86 fries, we're out. 86, broccoli, we're out. So this is kind of like a would you rather. This one I think could be easy, but there's different ways to look at the spectrum, or I might just be shallow. So, so 86, here are your two scenarios. Struggle in life with your partner, but they're emotionally mature. Or you can live a wealthy life with your partner, but they're emotionally immature. So basically like rich, but stupid, or wealthy, but smart. Your partner.
Damn.
Or your life.
Okay, you know what? I will say this because I have dealt with both ends of that spectrum. And I am much more in a space of, don't get me wrong, I love money. I love being able to live comfortably and all that thing. But my peace of mind is so important to me these days that I think that if we got to hit some bumps in the road, but I can come home and feel safe and feel okay and feel at peace, I would take that.
Yeah.
Because I've dated a man that had millions and was like, it was just
dumb as rocks.
Yeah, like
couldn't hold a conversation.
It wasn't even. It was. We could have a conversation, but it was just like you said, was not emotionally mature. Could not communicate.
Yeah, so they can't go as deep as you would want in that conversation.
Could not when I'm trying to explain to you about my feelings, you couldn't grasp that. You couldn't understand.
The way that they try to combat everything is with money.
Exactly. Wish it was a ding, 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 ding. Right here, yes.
That's how because for somebody that doesn't go through the struggle to get to that money, when you just get the money, you combat it by throwing money at it. So then it's like, I ain't got to deal with that.
$10,000. I'm going to buy you this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Like, no.
Here's a brand new car.
Yeah. I'm not going to hold you. Y'all, Nick today, and what's today? August 12th?
Nick today taking
or
whenever
that money. Whenever this drops.
Taking that money.
Well, I'll just say this. August 12th, 2023, baby, throw the money at me. We ain't got to talk. Baby, I'm tired of struggling. I've been I've been running side by side with this dream. I've been pouring so much money into different endeavors. Baby, throw the money at me. We ain't got to talk. I don't even care
She's
right now.
Screaming it to the mountaintop.
We don't have to talk, honey. Like, y'all, you see how I'm stressed? I don't even know what to do.
Throw the money at her.
It's not a for everything. That's why I said today, August 12th.
Today.
Baby.
Throw the money at her.
Next week, too. Throw the money at me. You know what I mean? It's just like right now. And it's because right now I don't care to emotionally connect with anyone.
Yeah.
I'm slurring my words. Time for another shot. But I'm emotionally not ready to connect with anyone. So dead ass, like,
give me the money.
Yeah, Ben Frank, what's up? Me, you, Ben Frank, threesome all day.
Show me the money. Show me.
Yeah,
the money.
I think now because I'm in a different space financially, I'm like, I need a little bit more because I'm not gonna lie, being at the bar, being in this industry, but being not to sound cocky. But I think being the woman that I am, I meet men every day.
No, I ain't cocky.
Like,
pop your shit.
I meet men every day. I meet men that are like, doctors and lawyers and you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but what? You got the money, but what else can you bring to me? Because I'm very, very much capable now at this point in my life. I know that the money's going to come.
Oh, yeah,
because the way that I dream and the way that I think, I for sure know that I am going to live a very wealthy and comfortable life.
Same.
Because in 2 years, baby, you got to call me Dr. Keke, okay?
You're a
Dr. Keke.
PhD right now.
Okay?
Yeah.
But
pop your shit.
Be in her office like, girl, I know I said throw the money at me, but this nigga is not deep, baby. What do I do?
And she's not gonna be able to deal with it.
I'm crying
into that. She gonna be like, okay, look, this nigga is dumb, and we can't talk because this is a deep person right here.
I can hear it now when we recording years from now in our $1 million studio.
I'm gonna pull up in this Maybach like,
right. She could be like,
they're gonna be like, oh, look her. I'm gonna be like, yeah.
She could be like, Will,
dumb.
This nigga stupid, bruh. This nigga is stupid.
I'm crying in Keke office.
I'll be sitting there. Remember that episode 2 years ago when we was talking to you? Said you wanted the money?
August what? 12?
August 12th?
Yeah, but no, I am now to the point where I just want to be at peace and feel safe. And I just want, like, I very much have the vision of marrying, like marrying my best friend.
Yeah.
Like somebody that I'm just super comfortable with. And if we got to hit the bumps in the road to get there, cool. But if you come with the money and you just, because like I said, I meet so many men that are incapable of having deep conversations and are not self-aware. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
well, what about you?
I'm gonna go with the money ain't everything. Even though I know money would make me happy as fuck. Don't get me wrong. I want some money. I want some money. And that's why I hustle the way that I hustle. I want to get to the money, but at the same time, though, I like a deep conversation sometimes. And sometimes, most times, I'm also to myself also. So let's be clear. I'm also to myself mentally. I am also to myself mentally. However, I'd rather struggle with a person and we have that safe, great bond.
Yeah.
Than be with somebody, have all the money in the world, but they're dumb as shit. I can't do the dumbest shit. I'm sorry, but I have great patience. I do.
But not necessarily dumb as shit, emotionally immature.
I'm saying emotionally dumb. That's what I mean. I'm sorry, not dumb as shit. Like, you could be the smartest person in the world, but you could still be emotionally brain damaged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that will drive the other person that is intact emotionally crazy.
Yeah.
So with that being said, yeah, I'd rather struggle.
You know,
but at least we struggling together, putting it together, and we can still be happy emotionally together. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because I've been in relationships and we weren't wealthy. Trust me, he was a police officer, but
we not watching. He blocked.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
Anyways,
I'm about to say, knowing Tracy, she don't give a fuck.
I just think about how I look back on the relationship or what we had, the situation. I don't fucking know. And we literally, I would think about it like none of our conversations were deep. Like when I look in hindsight, I remember wanting that relationship because I just wanted to be wanted. Like I wanted to prove to myself that I am capable of being that woman that I see, which I knew it. I just needed to physically see somebody see that. And the thing is, that nigga knew that shit. I don't give a fuck what he say. He knew that, but that's exactly why he wouldn't, I think that's why he ran. Yeah. I think that's why he played those games. Because he knew that if he stepped up for real, if me right now, you got to come 1,000% correct. Me back then, several years ago, I think at first he knew that he had to come correct because he did. But he didn't long term because he saw that he can get away with shit. Because he understood that, oh, she wants this and I won't give it to her, but she wants it. She doesn't care. So let me just play in her face. You know what I mean? And it's just like, baby, them conversations, I was like, why did you even want that, girl? Like, them conversations didn't go no deeper than goddamn the kiddie pool. So what's up?
Not the kiddie pool.
I think we all get caught up in that. I don't know if men per se, but I know for women, we get caught up in that ideology. Like, oh, especially like when you start to get to, our age, you get to that, oh, I'm this age, I should be married, I should do this, do that, whatever. And it's like, then you start realizing, I don't need to do any of this, actually. Like, and I think I just came out of that because I'm like, I'm this age and I want to have a kid and I want to be married. And then it's like, I look at all these women that, maybe, no, God, please, I don't want to be 40 having anybody's baby. But, God, please don't. But I look at these women that are living full, healthy lives at 40 and having newborns. And it's like, I don't need to rush. So I don't have to settle for your shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to settle for that because I'm this age and I feel like I should be here. Like, no. And I think it's like you said, some men do realize that and they take advantage of that. And they're like, oh, well, I can kind of get away with, all this because she wants to be in this relationship more than, she wants a relationship more than she wants
herself.
Yeah. And so I can attest to that. But it's like, now I'm like, child.
Choose you?
Right.
Yeah, every day. All day.
Single.
Yeah, because what?
All right. I love that. And again, I don't give a fuck. Anyways, let's go ahead and close out this show. So our last segment, we have...
Wow. Tip the bar, y'all.
Our last segment, yes. We're about to tip the bar. So it's not monetary. It's just a tip.
But I got some money, though.
Don't throw that at me, baby. I said I want the money.
I got some.
Nah, but so yeah, we tip the bar. So this is when you give a tip based on what we were talking about, based on the song. What's a tip you would give, at the end of the night at the bar?
Go see the lady. Go to therapy. Because at the end of this song, it's so funny that but I'm like, yeah, this is why we go to therapy. This is why we go talk to the lady. And I will be the lady. I'm kind of am the lady. Halfway there. But
she is the lady. She's the lady already.
Dr. Keke. We're gonna look, man, she is what she is.
That's what I'm putting the title. I'm put with Dr. Keke.
Yes. But no, seriously.
Talking with Dr. Keke.
Yeah, I like that.
It is.
Yeah, I like that. But no, seriously. I think for men and women, you go through things and they leave an imprint on how you see things, how you view things, how you feel things. And that's okay. But like I said before, healing is not, it just magically goes away. Healing is, when it shows up, I know how to deal with it. I know how to process it and I'm not taking it out and projecting on the next person.
Yeah.
So go to therapy. And as much as I love liquor, this is not therapy. As great as it is.
Neither is weed.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I really wanted to say yes, it is, but I'm like, nah, I can't tell the people that. I can't tell the people that.
Yeah, that.
But going off what you said, I think that leads into my tip. Those imprints that are left on you, that could be left from family too. That could be left from a work relationship, any type of relationship. But family is, one of the biggest ones because you start in that first.
Yep.
So
That's
you're
where it
getting,
all
all that all those imprints from there first and foremost. So like, oh my bad, I didn't mean to do that. But with my tip, I wrote it down, y'all. But it's basically, let her figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no need to, endure the abuse of a Black girl, saying fuck a nigga quick. If that's how, if you're moving with pure intentions, there's no reason to settle and, deal with someone who's saying fucking nigga quick. Let her go through it and just help how you see fit, but don't try to save nobody that don't want to be saved. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Just let it go. She got to figure that shit out.
Don't save her.
Yeah.
That is true.
And that's vice versa, male and female.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My tip for the bar, I'm gonna go off of what Dr. Keke said first. Go to counseling. Black men, Black women. It's not bad. I promise you. I've said this so many times, but I swear to God, counseling is great. It helps you. It's good to get an opinion from an unbiased person that's gonna give you the tools to learn how to reflect and deal with things on your own, especially if you have depression or anxiety. I promise you, I did it myself. Then to go off of what Nick Tracy said, these things can start from your family, within your family. So with that being said, still go to counseling, okay? Swear to God, man. Yeah. I mean, we all can't put that out there more.
Yeah. You'll be surprised.
Yes.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you'll be surprised what you think is from like, oh, this nigga making me feel da-da-da. He made me crazy. He da-da-da. You'll be surprised how when you go deep with a counselor and go deep within yourself, you'll be surprised how often you'll realize it came from a family member. It came from your daddy.
From my daddy.
You know what I'm saying?
From your dad leaving early, or from your mom leaving early, from
or
male
them being present and not loving you the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The way that works for you. Because they could be loving, but that's not your love language.
Right.
So you're not receiving it.
Right. So you may need words of affirmation, which, side note, I think is one of the most dangerous love languages. But you may need words of affirmation, but your parent doesn't do that. Your parent is a gift giver. Your parent is quality time. And you're like, we spend time together, but you never say you love me, ma. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want to hear sometimes.
You'll be surprised what counseling will do and will reveal.
And one more thing for me, and this for males and females, if you're not ready for something, don't put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, males, don't go out there pursuing women if you're not ready to pursue them the proper way. You know what I'm saying? Females, don't receive it, as in like give out your number, shit like that. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Cool.
Sometimes I give out my number because Atlanta is an unreal place and I don't want to get shot.
And I was just about to say that. I was about to say
sometimes I do, and then I block them the next day.
However, because you as a woman nowadays in this world, and that's in this world, Atlanta especially, but in this world, you got to protect yourself. Yeah. So you have to give out your number. Sometimes I got the call. Yeah, locked in. Cool. Next day, block, because you don't want to get killed over not giving your number out.
Crazy.
That's because niggas these days are like that.
Yeah.
That's your peers, your kids.
Yeah, one
your kinfolk.
Where were we? We were in but we were in Miami, and this guy was trying to talk to us. He threw a Hennessy and Coke at us. We didn't want to talk.
Bro, black men. I mean, men got to do better with that, man. If she denies you, then you're just denied. It's
they gotta shoot me.
Baby, on that note, we need to go. We need to take a trip to Miami. We gonna throw it right back, baby. Because at this point, I'm tired of all of y'all. And I don't give a fuck.
Give a fuck.
Throw an empty bottle at it.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in, stopping by the bar. Thank you, Keke, for being a guest.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell them where we can find you.
My Instagram is Sunny Key, SUNNYKEYE. I also have an apparel line, which we love. Tracy's worn it before.
Oh yeah,
mislabeled. Yeah. I should have wore it.
Yeah, drop in soon again.
Cute. Yeah, September 10th actually.
We have a date.
Yes, September 10th.
I need some.
We are redropping.
Hoodies. I need.
Everything.
You got male clothing?
Yeah. Okay, yes. Cool. _mislabeled _mislabeled. So y'all check me out.
And of course, you guys. I'm sorry, you guys.
No, go ahead.
And of course, you guys can follow us at Bar to Bar Podcast on. I always get this wrong. Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Okay, I got it right.
Wait,
and then
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
we don't have Twitter.
Yeah, okay. I thought I said we've been drinking. Anyways, that's where you can follow us. And you can follow me at Nick Tracy. That's NIC.TRACY on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok.
You can follow me at cap_KAP_ransom on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to goddamn Dr. Keke for coming into the motherfucker and speaking her mind. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Come back again.
See y'all.
Third one.